Hello, my name's Geoff Scargill. I'm the chair of the Watkin Society, and I'm here today to tell you about my new book. It's called Victoria's Railway King, and it's about one of the most amazing characters in Victorian Britain, Edward Watkin, known in his lifetime as Nimble Ned, because he was so lightning fast in thought and in action. Into a life of 82 years, he packed some great achievements. And it has to be admitted, because he was a risk taker all through his life, there were some stupendous failures as well. Life was never dull when Edward Watkin was around. I can only give you a bit of a selection now as a taster, in the hope that you'll be interested enough, of course, to buy my book. And I'm going to begin with two of his great failures. In 1880, he decided to dig a tunnel under the English Channel. He actually got 2 miles towards France, and then the British government panicked. They came to the conclusion that the French might invade Britain through wars, in effect, a hole in the ground, and they stopped him. Nothing daunted, he planned to create an Eiffel Tower, but this one in London. He got 155 feet up, magnificent structure, fantastic views all round, but the money ran out, and it had to be dismantled. It became the base of Wembley Stadium, and when they created the new stadium a few years back, they dug down and they uncovered, after 93 years, the feet of Watkin's Tower. They're still down there under the present pitch. Watkin created the last main line in this country into London, the Great Central Railway, and abroad he was asked to help with a railway that had gone bankrupt in what was called in those days British North America. The Grand Trunk Railway was a basket case, but in 3 years he turned it round, got it into profit, and developed it into what was at the time the longest railway in the whole world. But here's the incredible thing about the Watkin saga. While he was dealing with the Grand Trunk Railway, he was also asked, by the invitation of the British Cabinet, he was also asked to be involved in the secret, high-level political negotiations that were developing a united country, which we call now Canada. For his work at that time, he was knighted by the British government. When Watkin was a young man, he lived near Manchester, and Manchester was the world's first industrial city. I'm talking about the 1840s, fabulously wealthy, but for ordinary working class people, an absolute hellhole to work in and to live in. There were no public open spaces, we call them nowadays, for families to relax, for children to play. Watkin pioneered a campaign that raised the equivalent of over £1 million, and he bought 3 plots of land in Manchester to create what he called parks for the people. They're still there today, green spaces in an urban landscape. You can hear from what I've said so far that Watkin led a very full life. It's all in my book, but I'm going to leave you with a mystery. Watkin's masterpiece. What was Watkin's masterpiece that 70 odd years after he died was sold in New York for £4 million? Well, it's all in Victoria's Railway King, and there's more, because 2 diaries have been discovered that were Watkin's private diaries, and they reveal a quite different man from the great achiever, the brash political figure who could apparently take on the world. They showed a man who actually privately was prone to depression and anxiety. He actually had a nervous breakdown. Well, there you are. Victoria's Railway King, on sale, as they say, at all good booksellers, online, on Amazon, and from the publishers Pen and Sword in Barnsley. I do hope you'll buy a copy of the book. It's a great story, an amazing man, an intricate man, a man of contrasts. Victoria's Railway King. Thanks anyway for coming so far on the journey of Edward Watkin.